welcome to Tiny Kitchen, Great Meals. I'm PJ with ZooFit. I'm actually in comfy clothes, just kind of testing out some things, and I finally learned how to merge videos, so we're going to see how this rolls too. Just wanted to, again, put together something really fast to show how to make a decent meal. Improvising your meals and also using the space that you have given. So you are actually propped up on my crock pot right now, and I have the recipe that I'm going to be mainly using on my computer, and I have commentary from my cat Sullivan. So the recipe I'm going to be adjusting is a salmon with red pepper pesto. Salmon with red pepper pesto. We don't eat a lot of salmon anymore. We don't eat a lot of any kind of animal products that much anymore. So in place of that, I'm actually going to be using, instead of salmon, I'm going to be using pasta. And that means I'm going to make quite a bit of adjustments to the pesto, so it's not going to be like this paste over the fish. I'm going to be creating more of a pesto sauce that's going to mix with the pasta. So again, I'm experimenting live on tape for you. And again, we'll see how this goes. So, what you will need for the pesto is it calls for a 1/4 cup of roasted red bell pepper, 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce, and 1 teaspoon of olive oil. We're going to use a lot more than that. And 3 tablespoons of almonds and 1 garlic clove. So again, we're going to be expanding on this, again, making it a little bit bigger. But that's the basic gist. And I do not have red bell peppers or canned red bell peppers. So I have started a couple in the oven, and actually they've been in there for a little while. So I'm going to turn them right here. We'll see how well this works. Hey, so I just tested the red bell peppers. I checked them, and they are just about ready to come out. So I'm going to turn off my oven, grab my oven mitt and my tongs. And again, with my oven mitt, I can pick them up. I just place them flat into the oven. It's kind of me being lazy. Also, just kind of getting them all charred. So I'll get a nice close-up of these. Again, you can get roasted red bell peppers in a jar, or you can roast them yourself. They're nice and juicy. Woo! And I'm going to cut them. Again, the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup, but for me making a grander, more of a sauce, I'm going to use a little bit more than a 1/4 of a cup. So I'm probably going to use 1 whole red bell pepper, which means I'm going to have an extra one for a rainy day when I need it. All right, so I cut up the red bell pepper, and I just wanted to. I'm going to use a whole one. Just wanted to see about how much. It's a little less than a cup that I have in here. And then I'm going to, again, expanding on my recipe, instead of 2 tablespoons of tomato sauce, I'm going to use a lot more. I'm using quite a bit of red bell pepper as opposed to what the recipe calls. So I'm going to actually use a 1/3 of a cup here, and I'm just going to open the can and pour it in. I already opened the can, so I have a 1/3 cup of tomato sauce, and then the recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of almonds. So I'm actually going to increase that quite a bit too, and put about 1/2 cup of almonds in there too. Spilled some on the counter. And I need to open up another bottle of olive oil, but I'm going to put quite a bit more than 1 teaspoon. I'm probably going to end up with, I have tablespoons in here, probably end up with a couple of tablespoons. And I'm just going to actually, just to help keep this going, I'm going to just pour it into the the roasted red bell pepper. There we go. So we have one, and then I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons to this. Just again, make it a little bit more smooth, hopefully. I may need to add a little bit more, and I'll keep this out because I may need to add a little bit more as we go. And then one ingredient I forgot to grab is the garlic. Minced garlic is great if you're in a hurry. If you're not in a huge hurry, if you have some time, go ahead and use a real garlic. It does say 1 garlic clove. Probably use about the same amount, about 1 teaspoon. If you're using already minced garlic, the recipe calls for 1 garlic clove. It's about 1 teaspoon, maybe half a teaspoon, so maybe a little bit more. And so what we're going to do is take all these ingredients that I've gathered together and place them in my handy dandy Ninja blender. This is a godsend. I love my Ninja. So again, whole almonds, fine, bam, in there. The tomato sauce is in there, and then I'm going to dump the red bell pepper, olive oil, and garlic cloves in there together. Power on. This is going to get loud, but we're going to blend it up for on puree for close to about 30 seconds. All right, and after we've blended it, I've blended it for about 35-40 seconds. It's going to be a nice thick pesto. This is going to be great for covering up the pasta. Actually, so because I'm going to need this dish, I'm going to transfer it to another bowl. I'm going to need my Ninja once more in just a minute. So I'm going to transfer this to a bowl, and maybe I'll even use this one. I'll probably use this bowl to toss the pesto with the pasta. So this is your red bell pepper pesto. Say that 3 times fast. For your pasta, or if you'd like to do the original recipe, cutting it down a little bit and putting on top of nice cooked salmon. Does sound really nice. And we're about to make the pasta. Again, we want the water to be nice and hot before you add the pasta to it. So how much pasta? Well, that's up to you. My husband eats a lot, so I'm going to put quite a bit in there. Yep, I got a nice rolling boil here. So I'm going to, I'm not even going to really measure mine out. Again, if you want an exact measurement, wrong channel. So I'm just going to put quite a bit in there. That's probably good for my husband, so then I need for me. And just a little bit more for both of us. Sorry, I love you, honey. You are amazing, but you eat a lot. A lot. Stirring that around a little bit, and then turning my heat down just a hair from medium high to medium low, and then I can cover it, and we are good to go for cooking the pasta and getting everything else ready. All right, our last thing that we are going to make for our red pepper pesto pasta, it's going to be fun to say, is going to be an almond Parmesan cheese. So it's a Parmesan cheese, so I'm going to make a half batch. So the normal batch calls for double what I'm going to be making. So I'm going to make it a half a cup of slivered almonds. And so these are, again, found in the bulk food section. a quarter cup of nutritional yeast. So I normally get about a half a cup. Quarter cup of nutritional yeast, again found in the bulk food section. In fact, I've actually had trouble finding it in a normal area of the food store, so I really only find it in the bulk food section. I've also ordered it from Thrive Market before. And then a teaspoon, so again half a teaspoon or more for flavoring of lemon or lemon zest or lemon juice. I'm going to use lemon juice today, and I am going to use a full teaspoon even for a half batch, just to give, because we don't use much salt. Lemon juice and apple cider vinegar are really good substitutes for salt flavors. So again, putting that all in my little Ninja, and now I'm going to blend that all up together so it becomes again more like a sprinkled, powdery cheese like consistency. All right, again blending up our almond parmesan. Same in the Ninja blender, it gets really loud, but I'm just going to pulse it for a little bit. And see if you can, see if that's a good consistency. If not, hit it on chop. Let it go. The nutritional yeast and that lemon juice is gonna bring out kind of a cheesy-like flavoring, and then top that with your pasta, and you're good to go. So my pasta, I just turned it off. It looks ready to go. Let's go ahead and drain that. Pouring it over the sink, over my colander. I'm just going to shake off the excess liquid. Place it back on top of my pot, and we're good to go. Turn you guys around again. Grabbing my bowl that I have my pesto in already. I'm going to transfer the pasta to the bowl and then mix it up. And I have a feeling Chris is going to say, "This is great for me. Where's yours?" Love you, honey. And then go ahead and put the almond parmesan on top, and then mix that one in as well. And there you guys go, a finished product. It's gonna probably end up being like a 30-minute video, but again, nice red pepper pesto on pasta. Nice, great plastic-free meal that we've made. So all the ingredients came from glass or from bulk food, and or again, zero plastic. Bring your own containers. Very healthy, nice healthy fats, vegan, and also gluten-free too. So yay, a triple win for this one. I'll put the recipe up in the description, and hopefully you guys have some fun with making your own great meals in a teeny tiny kitchen.